So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, folks, and we have made it to the Allegheny National Forest up here in northwestern Pennsylvania. So a beautiful trip out here. It is peak color. It is beautiful. It's amazing. I'm here at the Heart's Content area. It's a section of old growth forest we're going to check out. It's about a 1 mile loop trail I think I'll do here today. But yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can see some of the fall colors out there. Back this way. It's just beautiful. That might be our trailhead right there, but I'm going to go ahead and get packed up. We get going. It's going to be a beautiful hike. Yeah, so there are several trailheads right here. There's one right here. There's one up there. That one says Heart's Content Cross Country Ski Trails. I don't think we want that one. Oh, there goes a squirrel. Doesn't really label it at all. It says notice ancient ruins and fossils. Then you can't take stuff. You can enjoy it, but don't take it. Alright, so I think this is the way to go. The other trail we looked at was called the Tom's Run Trail. This is a short loop. Let's go this way first. Nice if there's some more labels here, but anyway. Yeah, Heart's Content Scenic Area, registered natural landmark. Alright, we'll start up. Oh, there's a cool. Hey, Chippy. You see him right inside the log there. Yeah, can I come hiking on this trail? Well, he's inquisitive. Oh, no, that's not a chipmunk. Yeah, that is a chipmunk. Almost looked like a red squirrel for a moment there. Oh, he's like, I'm out of here. Where'd you go, buddy? There you are. Imagine being able to live here in Heart's Content Scenic Area, huh? Oh, you're focusing off. Alright, we'll let him go. Get on with our hike. Alright, so we'll head off this way. Yeah, there's supposed to be some old growth trees in here. Most of this area here was logged out, you know, in the 1800s, early 1900s, but this is one of the areas that got left. And then, I guess the one logging company that owned it never logged it, and they at some point gave the land to the state. So we'll see what all there is to see. Ooh, it looks inviting down in there. Yeah, here's this looks like this is a large hemlock tree. Old growth. Even this fella here. Oh, he snapped off though. There's a large dude over there. Yeah, this is cool. Wow. These are these areas when you walk through, oh yeah, they have some of the trees labeled. Look at that one a moment. This is what it looked like, you know, in Pennsylvania before, you know, the Europeans came and cut everything down, I guess you could say. Yeah, this is a cucumber tree. I think they call it a cucumber magnolia tree. We don't have those in my side of the state. So that's cool. It's a pretty big one. Wow, this is beautiful. Walking through an ancient forest. That's what we're doing right now. Somebody lives in there. Yeah, in places like this you have the huge logs, trees just laying down in the forest too. There's a massive stump of a tree right out there. But you have the old fallen giants laying down everywhere too. Yeah, there's a sign up here for short loop and long loop. The long loop is tempting, but I think we'll stick with the short one for today at least. I guess we go this way. Hopefully it's not too short. Well, this is going to take us back past this one giant stump up here. Yeah, look at this fallen giant. Looks like a hemlock. It does feel like an ancient forest. Just feels different than a lot of the other forests you walk in. Even these fallen trees, just beautiful moss covered. You know, they're nursery logs we talked about in the past. You can see there's plants, all kinds of plants and moss, and even little trees are every now and then growing on them. They're like nurseries. So even in death, they provide life. Here's another one, just covered with plants growing on it. This one's getting there. And there's one behind us. Yeah, look at all of them. One going that way, one this way. Nursery logs. Most of these are fallen hemlocks, I think, from the woolly adelgid beetle. It's killing a lot of them. But I think they treated the hemlocks in this area now. Yeah, there's their huge, giant hemlock. I wonder if that's, they have these little pink markers out everywhere. I think these are trees that have probably been treated. I think that's what that is, because this is a hemlock, that's a hemlock. I'm seeing them scattered throughout here. Yeah, there's some out there. I think there's the ones they're treating. In the future, I would like to camp here. Like there's camping, and just spend more time here, you know, on some of the longer trails. I would like to get home at a reasonable time today. I have some other things I'm gonna do too. I got to teach tomorrow too, so I don't want to get home at midnight. All right. Yeah, look at these beautiful, even just like just beautiful little moss-covered sections of logs and stuff. And there's signage up here. Looks like it's some kind of a deer fence up here too. What's this? So the long loop goes that way. Doesn't say what this is right here. Probably a short loop. Yeah, they have a deer fence up here. I might go a little bit way up the long loop. Now that I'm here, you know, I don't know. I feel like this is going to take us right back to the parking lot in too short of a time. We'll see. Yeah, I can see the parking lot up through the trees. It's just too short. So I'm gonna, let's take the longer loop. What time is it? It's only 10:30. Let's go for it. Don't know how long the long loop is, but the short loop was a little bit too short. This place is just too beautiful just to do like a, I don't know how long that trail was, not long at all. So let's go. Yeah, massive. These are giants. Let me put you down. Yeah, check out this dude here. That's a big tree, folks. And he's still healthy and strong too. Hey, gotta love it though. Right, long loop, here we come. Yeah, just big tree after big tree. Not all these old growth ones are hemlocks either, it's just some white pines. Oh, there goes a squirrel. Even this one up here, this is not a hemlock. That looks like an oak tree of some sort, but he's kind of big and gnarly too. Of course, some of these have orange bands around them too. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so this is beautiful. I'm glad we took the long loop, or decided to here. Got sprinkling of golden leaves on the pine needle covered forest floor. That are giant. This is a white pine right here. Yeah. It's not a hemlock. You can also tell by the clusters of needles on the ground. White pines have clusters of 5 needles. So yeah, there's a side trail. There's a fallen giant. It says white pine on it up there, so he's a big dude. All right. Yeah, I just don't know when to turn the camera off. It's just so much. I feel like I need to show you everything here. Splattering of red leaves down here. Where are these? These look, yeah, these are red maples. So we're around here. There's a red maple tree. Then I don't know which one. But anyway, and they just keep getting bigger. Check out this fella right here. I believe he's another hemlock tree. Yeah, beautiful, large, healthy hemlock. That's good to see. Okay, I'm officially in love with this place. If you come here, don't just do the short loop. Go ahead and do the long loop. I don't know how long the long loop is, though. I guess we'll find out. But definitely is beautiful. And there are other trails in the area, too, you can hike that all connect around here. There's something called the Tan Bark Trail. Some others. Yeah, as you look, like I said, this is not your typical Pennsylvania forest when you go hiking. This is what it should look like, to be honest, or what our forests used to look like. We're talking about the past, you know, the vast majority of Pennsylvania's forests were clear cut, I mean completely cut down in the 1800s, early 1900s, which is a shame. There was no, you know, nothing against logging, but when you have no rules, they just cut everything down. And yeah, our forests are not really what they used to be. Oh, look at that. There's beautiful, those leaves falling down. Golden leaves falling down in the sun. There's some kind of a marker up here. Yeah, absolutely loving it in here. What do we got here? This tablet is erected in memory of William Wheeler, Henry Dusenberry, Nelson Wheeler, William Dusenberry, and Nelson Wheeler Jr. Leaders in the lumber industry in western New York and Pennsylvania, partners in the firm of Wheeler and Dusenberry, established in 1834, which in 1922 gave 20 acres of virgin timber at Heart's Content to the federal government for public use and enjoyment. That's cool. They left us 20 acres. Yeah. It would be nice if they left more, but you know. Yeah, that's what we were talking about a little bit earlier. So for whatever reason, they didn't cut this section down, so. Yeah, it's only 20 acres of this. But once again, this is what the majority of Pennsylvania's woods would have looked like. I mean, there would have been some variety, but I'm just saying. If you spend a lot of time in the woods, you can tell the difference. Like a lot of our woods, since they were clear cut, most of the trees are a lot of the same size. But here you have little saplings along with giants in the background there, all different sizes. I'm being scolded. Oh, there's a woodpecker up there. Well, there's a pileated woodpecker. Let's see if we can zoom on the smaller one there. Alright, well, the pileated just landed. Cool. I hardly ever get these guys on camera. Not sure how well that's focusing there. Oh, he goes behind the tree there. Yeah, the smaller one was over on this tree, but he's gone. Probably scared off by the larger pileated one. Alright, well, the pileated flew off too. It's the largest woodpecker in Pennsylvania. The largest woodpecker in North America was the ivory-billed woodpecker, which is probably extinct. Although there's some hope, maybe, depending on who you talk to. Yeah, the ivory-billed went extinct largely because of the cutting down of old growth forests. Such a large woodpecker, it needs larger trees. And when all the old timber virgin forests are cut down, that's kind of it for the ivory-billed. There's some interesting videos and evidence that they might still be out there, but it'd be interesting if they were. It'd be cool if they were, I should say. It's more giants. All these are giants here. Wow, I dream about like going out to places where the ivory-billed has supposedly been sighted and just doing a video where I look for it myself. It likes like swamp areas, so you just like canoe through this swamp where there's some remnants of old growth forest, and it'd be cool to catch one on video. Yeah, and they're a giant right here. This is amazing up through here. Just beautiful. Now you can picture yourself being a Native American or one of the first settlers here in the 1700s to walk through the Pennsylvania forest, and this is what it would be like. More of these fallen giants that are now nursery logs. See, here's what I'm talking about. There's little trees growing off of them. These are probably hemlocks, and there's little baby hemlocks growing off a dead hemlock here. They'll probably become giants someday on their own. But yeah, nursery logs. This one has some ferns, another little trees growing on it. Actually, this one right here is not a hemlock. This looks like an oak. So. Wow, this right here, that is a giant white pine right there. Towering up. It's not just big, girth-wise, it's tall. That thing is tall. Wow. Yeah, and these nursery logs I keep talking about are a sign of old growth forest too. You don't see a lot of them in our normal forest because a lot of times the trees don't get big enough to die and fall down. A lot of times they're regularly cut as they get bigger, whether on public or private land. So they never get a chance to get super big and old and be able to fall down and turn into these nursery logs. But they're part of our forest, though. Or at least they should be. But anyway. So I'm not sure how long this long loop is. I feel like I might be coming to the end of it. At some point we'll join back up with that short loop. Not that I want it to come to an end, but yeah, as mentioned, there are other oh, there goes a chipmunk. There are other species in here too that are not hemlock or pine. This looks like a red oak, but he's a giant. Goes up there in forks, but they have a sign here. Let's see if I'm right. I'm going to call this a red oak. I did not look at the sign yet. I'm right. It is a red oak. Red oak just has a look to it. Well, all trees have a look to them, to the bark and stuff. But he's another giant. Let's go on this side and look up. Yeah. Big dude. All right. Unfortunately, some people, all they see when they see a tree like this is money. You know, if you cut this tree down, how much is it worth? And so just seeing it for its aesthetic value, as you know. You know, some people when they walk through the woods, like I said, all they see is money. Like, how much are all these trees worth? If they're logged, how much is the land worth if it's developed into malls and houses and stuff? Without realizing that this land has a value just as it is. Yeah, I hear car traffic, so I think we're getting back. We'll see. Yeah, here's an old growth beech tree. You don't often see them. Its bark is getting a little bit more crinkly. Beech trees usually have the super smooth gray bark. Fortunately, he's got names carved on it, but right next to an old growth hemlock. It has those golden colored leaves up there. There are red squirrels in here. I just had one scolding me. Red squirrels live in these pine hemlock forests. Nice to catch them on camera. Yeah, there's one there if you can hear it. Over this way. Full of bird life in here too. That's a blue jay. Let me see if I can zoom in on him before he flies away. Oh, don't fly off, buddy. Where'd you go? I don't know where he is. Oh. Alright, he flew off. Did I mention that I love this place? I know I did, but... Yeah, I think I see the parking lot up through the trees here. It's a shame, but at the same time I do got to get going though. But I'm glad we took the long loop then. Let me check the time. I think the long loop is about a mile. Yeah. So the long loop is on the maps that I have. At first I thought the short loop was the, anyway, the one that's on the map, but it's not. Trailhead's this way. Yeah, here's where we came up this way, I think, and then turned and went that way, I think. Is it? Yeah, here's our signs. Yeah. So when we first came here, I contemplated taking the long loop, but we went this way, hooked up the long loop out that way, and then came back this way. So, well worth it. Do the long loop. It's only about a mile long. And it's very easy walking. Easy, beautiful walking, though. So that'll be it for this video then, folks. Absolutely beautiful, amazing place. On this trip, I had time to pick like one place here in Allegheny National Forest to film. I decided to do Heart's Content. There's a lot of other places, but I chose this one. We'll be back though. There's plenty to do here, and it's just beautiful. So I'm on my way to finish up a goal of mine. We're gonna get to our last county high point here in Pennsylvania, county number 67, Forest County, which is not too far from here. So that's where I'm headed next, the Forest County high point. But thanks for coming along with me on this video, folks. Get a chance to visit the spot, by all means do, and hike the long loop. It's amazing. All right, thanks for coming along. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one.